Culture is a scam and the women are being finessed. I made a video the other day saying how the world has conditioned women to thinking hookup culture is empowering. I wholeheartedly believe it was some dude who was in a group with his friends and was like, you know what? We're gonna make them think we hate this, that they're hooking up just like us and they're giving themselves up to us. Really think about it. A lot of women be getting into hookup culture because that's the closest you're gonna get to that man. That's the closest to affection and intimacy that you're gonna get with the guy you have your eyes on. But that's the closest you're gonna get to intimacy without actually trying to be vulnerable. And then our bodies, not theirs, not men's, our bodies are the one who release a hormone that make us attached to them. Even if that man means nothing to you, your body just released a hormone that makes you more attached to him. That don't happen to him, just us. Now, even if you don't have feelings for him, maybe now that dude has the capability to piss you off just a little easier than he was able to the day before. And there are so many women I've spoken to that are like, oh yeah, I could do it, I don't get attached. Yes, y'all do. Y'all do, we do, because I've done this too. There are women who are even more intentional about it. They're like, oh, if I start having sex with him, if I start hooking up with this dude, he's gonna start paying more attention to me. We have this bond, we just get each other. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't have that big of a bond, okay? I'm here to wake y'all up. Throwing off your pH balance, messing with these dudes. You are stressing yourself out. You are like losing your youth, giving this part of yourself to these dudes. It's not a win for us. It don't benefit us. You wanna hold power? View your body as a prize.
Hookup culture.
So it's quite clear that she has tried the hookup culture. As she said, she's speaking from experience is my point. Second of all, I agree with everything that she's saying. A few things that I'd like to point out though. First thing is first, why are you making a point and then going back to blaming men as if men are the ones that created hookup culture for females? Females chose to indulge in hookup culture all by themselves to prove that they no longer want to be slut shamed, want to be equal like men, want to prove that they can do what men can do. Meanwhile, you are doing more damage to yourself than men are doing. Another thing I want to point out is yes, females do get attached when they sleep or hook up with the guy, but at some point they can no longer be able to attach to anybody, including whatever relationship they're in, husband, children. Comes a point where those hormones are so low they can no longer do it, as they've been sleeping around that many times.
It is literally the worst thing to have happened to women, and I absolutely hate how it's been preached as something that is liberating when it's absolutely not. When you understand that everything is spiritual in nature, you know that as women, our womb space is the most powerful portal, not only for physical life, but also our creativity. And when you let in a man who is not worthy of your body, your energy into your womb space, you are allowing him to cut you off from your intuition, because when you do sleep with a man, you are releasing certain hormones that make you attached to him. And if it's the wrong man, you're going to be attached and simping for someone who's not even deserving of your great power. Take your power back, and let me tell you, celibacy is going to be the best decision you've ever made for yourself.
There was a time where you could be able to speak to women or females or anyone about how empowering it is to have self-respect, have high standards, take care of your body as a woman. These days, all this talk about your power, your womb, your body is the prize, it's not as effective anymore because females are such 304s, they're way past that. We just have to get to the facts. We just have to get straight to the point. So much that it triggers them to hear the truth. I find that when females sleep around, they want to try and get something back that they had, but it's no longer there. That's why there's this talk about celibacy. That's why there's this talk about your intuition. Or you only become mature after 25. No, what happened is you made stupid choices. What happened is you chose to be promiscuous. And now you're living the consequences of that and you just don't like it. It's not the reality you want to be in.
I'm going to make multiple parts to this, but this is going to be about why hookup culture is actually ruining our society. And this is not going to be like one part. This is going to be multiple parts because there's so many reasons why hookup culture is literally ruining us. And nobody likes to talk about this on social media because social media is fun and we're young and turned. And I'm 21, but I feel like the reason why I am who I am today is because I've separated fun and doing things that are going to jeopardize my future.
I think this is a great point to take and talk about. A lot of females don't do that. So the fact that she's actually saying that really does says that she is trying or is prioritizing what she wants for the future. A lot of females like to live for the now. No matter how much they want to talk about, I want a husband, I want children, I want this, but what do you do about it? What are your actions? When we see you live day to day, does it really actually show that those are the things that you want and those are the things that you're prioritizing? Even if you don't engage in hookup culture, let's say you go and you're taking drugs. Let's say you're a thief, you're jeopardizing your future. No one's gonna wanna be around you. No one's gonna wanna have their family around you. So what I'm saying is everything that you do, it's either gonna help you in the future or it will do more harm than good. Yet somehow females believe that they have these superpowers to be able to undo that themselves, as if they're God.
So the same people who are like, oh, the dating pool sucks, the dating pool is this and that. The reason why men don't really want to date, or men aren't as chivalrous or romantic, or men don't really go the extra effort how they used to anymore is because of hookup culture. Men are very, very, very happy with their sneaky links and their top eaters and their this and that. And I feel like music culture, like City Girls, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, has pushed us into trying to take the power back from men. And yeah, like, I'ma F him and leave him and do this and do that. But at the end of the day, you know you actually want to be loved. So us trying to put on and engage in this hookup culture actually costed us. Because now these men are actually content with that. And they don't want to plan dates. They don't want to put in the extra mile. They don't want to buy flowers because their needs are being met without them having to do anything.
Another reason why I disagree with the whole feminist movement, as much as they want to talk about equality, but let's really be real about it. Why would you want to even be like a man? Why would you want to act like a man, move like a man, sleep around like a man does? I will also never understand, what power does intercourse have? What power does it even give any woman, any man, other than having children? I'm not going to talk about the pleasure because that's way too obvious. So we really got to get to the nitty gritty of things. What's the power in intercourse other than having children? So I feel like a lot of females want to fool themselves into thinking there's some type of power they're taking from men because of intercourse. No, you're just acting like men who mostly think from down below when they're engaging in hookup culture themselves. So what power are you actually taking? Feminists and feminism has a lot of these females fooled into thinking that acting like a man gives you power. That thinking like a man is how you get a man. Or being like a man is going to get you the man that you want. When it's really the complete opposite.
And I feel like today, that's why it's harder than ever for people to get in good relationships. And that's another reason why the baby moms and the single moms have increased so much. And this is not everybody's situation, but a lot of people do get pregnant by men they just met, or men that was just supposed to be a sneaky link or a fun time. And then they wonder why the men don't stick around. He was never there for you in the beginning. He never knew you. Y'all were strangers before y'all had this baby. So why would having a baby change the fact that you guys are strangers and that he has no love for you? And I know this is not a cool or popular message or a fun message, but I do want to say, in the world of sneaky link and hookup culture, choose to be careful about who you lay down, because who you lay down with, that could really be the father of your child. That could really affect you later on down the line, you know. You doing this sneaky link and hookup culture when you know you really want more and you really want certain things and you want relationship type things could be the reason why you're blocking the man who's really meant for you.
What I want to also push out there is a lot of these females that have this very bitter hate for black men are the ones that engage in degeneracy, meaning they got degeneracy back. these single moms that speak on black men, how they ain't there for their children, how they're this, they're that, is because you chose to engage in the same degeneracy that you want to complain about. It's not really about men when it comes to hookup culture. It's about people who engage in it. In this case, it's about the females who engage in it. It's not just about who you're sleeping with and who impregnates you. It's the mere fact that you are doing it. You are joining in this hookup culture and yet expect more from men, more from women, respect from society. It doesn't work that way.
Engaging in hookup culture when you have autism and ADHD could be extremely difficult because people are not upfront about what they want. And when you have autism, you tend to be very upfront. You don't understand necessarily when people aren't upfront with you. And if you go into a space where you just want to hook up with someone, my approach is usually just to tell them that I just want to hook up, but that is not everyone's approach. They will date you, they will act like they like you, they will act like they want something more, and they never do. And this could be catastrophic for someone with autism because you have this routine with this person, you start trusting this person, and even though you didn't want something more, now you start thinking that it possibly can be something more because the person is not being straightforward when the entire time all they wanted to do is hook up. And this is just so hard to deal with people that are not straightforward when you have autism because everyone is speaking in code. Engaging in hookup culture while you have autism and ADHD could be extremely detrimental to us. We could put ourselves in situations that aren't great because we are not understanding the full scope of the situation.
I know her intentions are well, although we really have to just keep it real. Or how else are women, female, going to even know or understand the full scope, as she said? What I would say to that is, you have the responsibility for yourself. If you are conscious enough, mature enough to make the choice to want to actually have intercourse with someone, regardless if you have autism and ADHD, then you can also be conscious, mature enough as well to be able to learn how to vet before you get into the situation. Especially if you know that you're different from everybody else. If you know that how your mind functions is going to affect whatever situation, relationship you're engaging in. That's up to you. You have to realize a lot of females expect men to care about someone they don't know, just want to sleep with, don't respect you enough to even want to do that with you. You can't keep holding the responsibility to everybody else. It starts with you. Everything that you do starts with you. And if you didn't know, well, guess what? You should know, and you should take the time to know.
As a woman in her early 20s, I feel like we are dangerously over-sexualized and we are pushed to participate in hookup culture and sneaky link culture when honestly it's not progressive or beneficial to us at all. And I feel like a lot of women are brainwashed into thinking that they benefit from having sex or playing the game as a man play it. They think they're like on the same footing as men when it comes to that. And let me tell you something, I don't play tick for tat with men. You will never win. The way society is set up, you will never win.
What she's saying is very true, although I just don't like it when females go and say society, the patriarchy. As she said, the way society's set up, you will never win. So if you could win, is it acceptable? If there was a way for females to feel less shame, then would it be okay? What's really the message behind this? Words are very important. And what happens is a lot of females who make these type of videos can be very vague in what they say. And what I'm hearing in that sentence is, especially in this society, it means that it's based off what society is for you to behave like a woman, for you to actually have some self-respect and not open your legs to any man.
Every sexual exchange with a man, if that's not your man, will always leave you feeling cheap. And I know some women are in the era of, I'm a man eater, I can have sex with no commitment and be just fine. But let it pass for a few years and you will end up feeling cheap. We are in an era of where the people before us, their generation made sex so prudish and snobby. So we're like the breakout era of women can have sex just like men. And, you know, we had the what was that thing Amber Rose used to do with the slut shame walk and all of that stuff? That turned into young women over sexualizing themselves on the internet. That turned into 18-year-olds having OnlyFans, and just because they're 18 we think it's okay. It's not okay. And this is coming from somebody who used to over sexualize herself over on the internet. This is coming from somebody who lost her virginity at 20 and thought that was too old. Like I was too old to be a 20-year-old virgin. Now at 21, I've never participated in hookup culture, but I can definitely tell you I wish I would have waited. And I hope you guys continue to wait if you're still a virgin.
You can already see the effects of what hookup culture has done to her. And what I mean by that is how she speaks on what it means to be pure. She says that the older generation valued pureness and traditional values because they're snobbish and prudish. Along the lines, that's what she's saying. But that's not the way to look at it. And I think that is a result of hookup culture. Why is it seen to value your body, value pureness, and actually put yourself first as a woman and not engage in it means you're a snob? The fact that she said it means that she viewed it this way and does view it that way. But somehow she's now trying to understand the importance of purity in her prime years, which is what she's doing through this video. Although I can already hear the effects the hookup culture and feminism has had with her just by what she's saying.
My friends with benefits situationship that I have been on and off with for about a year.
I'm gonna say something, and the new age girls are not gonna like this. You guys are not gonna like me for saying this, and I'm gonna sound like somebody's mom, somebody's grandma, but it needs to be said. Men are not gonna like you more, respect you more, or pick you because you sleep with them. If anything, they're going to not respect you. Why? Because it seems as if you don't respect yourself. When you give a man the most precious parts of you, and he don't even have to buy you a Mac chicken from McDonald's, he's going to see you as somebody who does not care about themselves that much. So he's not going to put that much effort into you. And that's just, I mean, don't shoot me, but I don't know. So when you guys have situationships who don't even say happy birthday to you or really just acknowledge you as a human being, but then you guys wonder why, like, oh my God, I love his company, but he disrespects me, because you're not really asserting yourself with respect in regards to him. He's not going to give you the respect that you're not even giving yourself.
Now, a lot of these things usually a woman learns at home, whether it be from her father, from her siblings, mother. These things are supposed to be taught at home first. What it means and what it means to be pure, what it means to stay a virgin, and what men are like and not like, and all the inside scoop about the dating world and marriage and all those things. But for the females that don't have it at home first, what concerns me is after you've slept around and no man has wanted to be in a relationship with you, wanted to marry you, or took you serious, how is it you're still doing it? Why are you still doing it? It's come like it's some kind of drug. You're hooked on this high that you get from the attention from men. My point is, females who have engaged in hookup culture and continue to do it even after men have treated you like trash, you enjoy it now. And you're just toxic. You're just upset that men don't respect you after all them years you've given up your body. You're just upset that you're ready for something that you just can't have.
And I know this goes against the new age and the freedom and the city girl and the sexy reds, and I know it goes against what is preached on social media today, but I'm just gonna say it. I think we need to stop being delulu and just start being very real about it, because the same people on here preaching, oh yeah, this is my coochie, I can do what I want, are the same people crying themselves to sleep every night. because they're being ghosted, they're being ignored, they're being stood up. They haven't been on a date in 6 months. Why? Because he don't have to take you on a date. You link with him at apartment 4B. You link with him in the car. You link with him at the restaurant, in the restroom. So when you start requiring more from the people that you interact with, the people that you date, that's when you're gonna get more. And a lot of people get offended when I say requirement, but it's just like, this is my standard. You cannot go below it. So yes, this is a requirement. You need to meet me here. You need to meet me with flowers. You need to meet me with dates. And when you do not tolerate anything below that, guess what? It doesn't happen to you. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. I don't know how else to say it, guys.
Everything she's saying is correct. Although towards the end, we need to make this very clear. Because females will get lost in the sauce with that. About the dates, the flowers, the guy opening the door for you. Those men that are willing to do that, females see them as settling. Females see them as dusties, or the average man. There's a reason why females engage in hookup culture. And there's a reason why they're willing to throw their panties on the first day. It's because they know that man that they're giving themselves up to was never going to commit to you, was never going to buy you flowers, was never going to take you on a date, and was never going to open a door for you. You had to do more to get him, not the other way around. By being easy, that's what you're doing to actually even have him in your life. Without all of that sex appeal, promiscuity, being fast, he wouldn't exist in your circle, nor would he be interested in you. I'm your hostess, Feminine Princess. These are my last thoughts. Hookup culture is always an interesting topic to talk about, because females, yes, they do give good advice sometimes when it comes to hookup culture and want to push a better way for the females and the women, but they can also be vague about it. They can also misuse words or use words that is not going to really put you on the right path to get marriage, to get a man to commit to you. It's just going to put you back in the same place. So let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye!